What's going on, you guys? So, a lot has been made of the 2024 Las Vegas Raiders rookie draft class, or draft class, excuse me. And I really feel like this class is going to do a lot of things for the franchise. I think you got two immediate starters in Brock Bowers and Jackson Powers Johnson. We'll definitely get into it. But there's still definitely some later run guys that I'm keeping an eye out for. And yes, the question every single year is, what are these guys going to do for us? Because, I mean, that's the nature of the business. We get it. So today we're here to answer the question, what we can all expect from the Raiders 2024 rookie draft class, or 2024 draft class. Jeez, I can't get figured it out today. I haven't had my coffee yet. But I think there's a couple players in here that might shock you in what they can bring to the Raiders at this current moment in time. So starting off, yes, you got to start by talking about Brock Bowers, the tight end coming up out of Georgia. So 56 catches, 714 yards, and 6 touchdowns last year. He is, in every sense of the word, such a receiving threat tight end that it's not even funny. I do expect him to struggle a little bit when it comes to blocking, but in terms of pass catching, I don't think that there's going to be a better tight end in this year's class, and I think he's going to come in immediately and probably give you 60 catches for over 800 yards and at least 4 or 5 touchdowns. I think he's going to be an immediate love for Aiden O'Connell / Gardner Minshew, who's ever quarterback. I think he is going to be that tight end that replaces Darren Waller, and I mean, I say replaces with very, very lightly because I don't think you replace a guy like Darren Waller, but I think he's going to be a guy that comes in and is that new stud tight end for you. I'm excited to see what we get out of Brock Bowers. Even though, yes, a lot of people are questioning it because Michael Mayer is also a really good player, so it kind of does open up some questions there. But Brock Bowers, he's going to be an absolute stud. Now, if they draft a third tight end next year in the first or second round, we might have an issue. But in the second round with Jackson Powers Johnson, so Jackson Powers Johnson is going to hurt some dudes. Like in the NFL, with how violent he is, how great he is with hand usage and driving his feet and keeping a good balance and anchor, like he's straight up going to hurt some fools. And I'm excited to see what he does and immediately being a plug-and-play starter at right guard. Also, you know, I know that Andre James is not old by any means, but he's getting up there. And I think that if and when that day does come, when Andre James does have to hang it up, you have a replacement in Jackson Powers Johnson because he's played center, he's played right guard, he's played left guard. Not worried about it. He's going to be just fine. So I think you got two immediate starters in those two. Now, Delmar Glaze, I consider him more of a developmental guy. I don't know that he is going to come in right away and push for a starting spot. I think he's more of a swing backup tackle. I think his ceiling is a solid right tackle, not a Pro Bowler, but I think he could be a solid right tackle in the NFL. As far as his floor, I would say he's a guy that probably is going to be a swing backup tackle in the NFL that, you know, your starter goes out or whatever. I think he can come in and give you some valuable snaps and just get you to the next game. But overall, like I said, he's a developmental guy. We'll see how it all plays out. So then DeCameron Richardson out of Mississippi State. This one's interesting to me because he's tall, he can run, he's got long arms. I'm excited about DeCameron Richardson, but I also do question some of the lack of ball production there for the Bulldogs. So I do think that this defense, even though you've got some players that you're looking forward to seeing again this next year, I think that he could push for at least special teams time. I don't know about starting spot yet. I definitely want to see more during the preseason, but what to expect, at least a special teams ace going out there and making plays for the Raiders. The linebacker Tommy Ikenberg, coming up out of Ohio State. We call him from Wisconsin. Not great, Colton. But overall, 82 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, and a sack. He is at the very least going to be a very good special teams player for you, the way he flies around. And I do think that if you have issues in the middle of the field, I think that you could find yourself maybe putting in a guy like Tommy Ikenberg, who I don't think he's going to be amazing in pass coverage, but I think he's going to give you a lot of value for special teams and also being a run defender, if you will. Running back Dylan Laub. So the running back room for the Raiders is very interesting for me right now. Yes, obviously you've got Zeus, and obviously you got guys in the room that you've loved for a couple of years like Amir Abdullah and all that stuff. But overall, I think Dylan Laub might be a guy that provides you more with a pass-catching running back that you've kind of missed. Also, yes, Alexander Madison and all that stuff, but he's such a change of pace back, and I think he's going to be solid enough in pass protection that I think he's going to be more of a receiving back that you really want to keep an eye out for. And then finally, Trey Taylor, the guy I'm most excited for out of the later round draft class of the Raiders here, at least day 3. I think that with what we saw at Air Force, yes, again, had 3 interceptions, continued to be a ball hawk for him, but I think he's going to come in and blow the door off the hinges. I really do. I think he's going to be a guy that, obviously, Trayvon Moehrig has not exactly lived up to expectations. Marcus Epps was meh. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I think Trey Taylor is going to come in and just absolutely annihilate the place. And I think he's kind of a dark horse, not only be a starter, but I think he could end up developing to being a very, very good player for the Raiders down the road. But that is it as far as what to expect. To get into the question, Trey Taylor, what can you expect? I think special teams to start out with there, and then hopefully he goes in and carves himself a starting role. But at the end of the day, the draft classes are the draft classes. You're going to get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, or you're going to get what you get, and you don't get upset, whatever the saying is. And I think you're excited about this draft class because we have waited for a little bit. We want the playmakers. We want the defense to step up, and I think that this is the draft to do it because you got a lot of protection along the offensive line, and now it really is up to the quarterbacks. We'll see. But hey, let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below. All that wonderful stuff. But let us know what you guys think on what we can expect from the Las Vegas Raiders 2024 draft class.